From the hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, it's only 52 days till kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is Hometown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. Hometown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Arkansas Sports Network Media Day here at Baptist Prep. I am joined today by Randy Pickrell right here, and then we have head football coach for the Conway Christian Eagles and recent state champion, Mr. Justin Kremer. Feels weird saying that because he was my high school football coach, but I'm going to try my best not to make any inside jokes from that program. But it's great to have you here today, Coach. We had a great interview last off season that we did. I really enjoyed talking just about the program, even though I know it like the back of my hand. But I want to talk just a little bit about just give me an overview of what's going on with the program right now, coming off the big state championship and having to replace all those seniors.
Yeah, we're in great shape. We've had a really good summer. We did lose a lot of seniors, but we had a lot of juniors that really contributed to that group too. So they've stepped up, been great leaders this year, kind of keeping it going as far as just the momentum on campus and just the things we do and the way we do it. It's nice when you have a group like that that's been such a core part of what we've done to continue doing things at least that same way with the same philosophy is nice, because you just kind of get out of the way and let them do what they're going to do. So it's been great. We're excited and kind of ready to get rolling.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about who you've got coming back. Obviously, you got a lot to talk about when it comes to the graduating class that came through last year. So tell me a little bit about what's gone and what's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, we lost a lot of kind of regular starters, but fortunately, because of the situation that we were in offensively and defensively and platooning the way we do, we had a lot of guys that contributed a lot that are all coming back. And so, of course, we've got, Xander Stone at quarterback, and he didn't play quarterback last year, but he played a lot the year before and has done a great job, played a lot of receiver, which is nice to have a quarterback that's played some receiver that kind of understands that kind of stuff, and consistent, high-discipline type guy. So we'll lean a lot on him. And, of course, the running back, Caleb McKinney, played quite a bit last year, and he'll be back and has that experience. And we've got those two linemen, Landon Stover and Maddox Jones, that I think Landon's actually started since ninth grade. We had to pull him up and help. So he'll be a 4-year starter, which is nice. And Maddox could have probably started as a ninth grader too. We just, at a school our size, you're trying to plug and play as best you can. So it'll be nice to have those two guys back for sure. And then Bo Campbell at inside linebacker kind of had to play as a sophomore with some injuries and ended up being an all-conference linebacker as a sophomore. So he'll be back as a 3-year starter. Kyle Kane will be back as a 3-year starter at receiver. Preston Elliott at safety. So we've got a lot of experience coming back.
So your cupboard's not bare.
No, sir, it's not. It's not bare. It's a little thinner, but it's not bare. The depth is maybe the thing that we don't have that we've had in the past.
That was the one thing I noticed last year. Y'all had a lot of depth.
Yes, sir.
And that helps in 2A football. I mean, when you can substitute in the players that y'all was doing last year with the quality of players that you was bringing off the bench, that allowed you to do what you was able to do.
Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously, like I told you, I'm from Desert.
Yeah.
Y'all in the second half, y'all just flat wore us out. I mean, that was where it went down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and that was the advantage that we had. That we'll see if we have. We have 0 juniors right now on the team, so it's a lot of seniors and then a lot of sophomores.
Yeah.
And the sophomores, as freshmen, had a really good group. There are a lot of skill kids in that grade. They're just at this point kind of untested on the high school level, but they're definitely competitive. They're athletes. They're hard workers. Like So we'll just kind of see. It's kind of fun to see how that's going to all play out.
You spoke about bringing ninth graders up. A lot of times that works. A lot of times that causes friction
Right.
amongst parents. Well, my little Johnny's a senior. He's not getting to play this ninth grade. Well, I mean, obviously in small towns like our schools like yours and ours, you have to do what you got to do to win games. You're there to win games and
Yes, sir.
create young men.
And I've not done that a lot in my career. As a matter of fact, I think that's maybe the second or third time we've pulled a ninth grader up. Certainly, it's only the second time I can think of that I did it that early in a season. But it was a situation where we had to. We literally, well, you were there. We literally had.
I played right next to him.
Literally 3 or 4 linemen. So it was him or converting a running back or something.
It wasn't going to be any good for the running back.
Right. So fortunately, in that situation, most of the parents were glad.
They was glad to have that happen. I
Yes,
understand. You know, sometimes you get that talent that's just outstanding in the ninth grade, and he's not going to get any better playing junior high kids.
Yeah. He was all-state lineman. He deserved it for sure.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit. Obviously, you know, I was talking to Randy over here. He said that for a while people just thought of Conway Christian as a bye week because we had we had 13 players on an 11-man football team or something like that. Yeah. So tell me about the turnaround and how that worked out. You know, I kind of know the answer to this question, but tell for people who don't know, just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and you know, that's a hard question for me to answer, really, in the way that people want me to answer it. In that, the reality is, it matters. It was hard. It was hard to have that few people, but the way we try to do things, and I say we because our coaches are 100% on board. Like, the way we try to do things is more about that, how we're doing it, what we're doing, the things we're talking, trying to use football as the best opportunity we can to teach life lessons and what godly manhood looks like for us. And if that's the case, and if that's truly who you are, then you're 0-9 or you're 14-0 and you 40 kids or you're 15 kids, the lessons stay the same. Sometimes they're not as fun to teach, you know. But I think that's the key. You know, I think too many times, and this is probably not a fan favorite answer, but too many times we get hung up on what the scoreboard says. And it's not that it doesn't matter. It's a game. They keep score. It matters. I mean, there's officials. Kids are playing their hearts out. You know, it matters. It's not that it doesn't matter. I just don't know that it matters as much as we like to make it matter sometimes. And if you do all of that and you win and you're quote unquote successful, but you miss those opportunities, and I think for me, I would feel like I had done a disservice to the kids that played for me. So we've always tried to focus on that. And like I said, honestly, sometimes it's easier than others. But I just think if you're doing things that way for that reason, then all the other stuff just kind of takes care of itself. And when you have opportunities to be successful, and then it's great. When you don't, then it's great, but you can still get something out of it. Otherwise, you're just, you know,
going through the motions.
You're just losing and going through the motions. And
so you said you have 0 juniors. I mean, is the junior class in the school that small, or is it just not many kids that are interested?
Yeah, no, it's that small. When they were 7th graders, I think there was only 1 or 2 boys in the school.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
And there's a few more now. They're just not football kids.
Right.
They've got other things they're passionate about, which is
fine.
Great. Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. Everybody's not a football player.
No, and they don't have to be.
You're right.
It's just where we're at. So we've got a lot of seniors and a lot of sophomores, and we'll just see what happens.
Well, like I say, your team earned my respect last year. I mean, you had a great team on the field, and they carried themselves well. So, I mean, they wasn't buttholes.
Yes, sir.
You know, they was good kids.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, I watch a bunch of football, and I mean, there's some teams that I wouldn't say that about.
Right. Yes, sir.
So I know these two things kind of go hand in hand. So I'll make this the last question before we get Xander and Caleb over here. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about the culture of the program and how you kind of use football to better develop these guys into young men.
Well, I don't have an answer, a magical answer to that. That's going to be 30-second clip for. I'll just say this: that it's not just what I do; it's what our coaches do and what our I get support from our parents and from our administration, and it's just who we are. It's our whole motto is 28-7, and I'm not going to, or the athletic motto is 28-7. Football is keep the code. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's literally about relationships, and to me that's what it comes down to is the relationships that we have in our life, whether that's with God, with family, with our teammates, with the program that we represent, with the school that we represent. However we handle those relationships, whether we add value to them or we take value away from them, whether we lean on them when we need support or we provide support to those when they need us, and then how we do life with those groups of people. It just matters. Otherwise, you're just waking up because it's Tuesday and you're doing a Tuesday, and there's no point in that. And so for us, we just talk about living a life of purpose on purpose, have some goals that you want for yourself, figure out some steps to take to those. If you need help with those, find some people to help you, and then do the best you can to maintain those relationships and treat those relationships with respect, add value to those relationships. And at the end of the day, you're going to be better off. The people that you're around are going to be positively impacted by being around you, and that's, I think that's what real success looks like. If you can win some games along the way, man, that's cool too.
Yeah.
That's icing on the cake, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So before they come over here, just give Xander and Caleb a short introduction.
Yeah, Xander's, like I said, he was a quarterback most of his 10th grade year, some of his junior year, a little bit off and on. He runs the offense phenomenally, probably one of the better quarterbacks I've had as far as really understanding what to do. His decision-making is honestly one of the best I've had as far as just knowing what to do with the ball. Extremely competitive, very gritty. Had a couple of huge catches last year that I told him on the way up here, the Mount Ida game, he basically won. He had 2 catches in that game that most people don't make. Well, the one across the middle, he jumped up straight into a safety's face. Most kids aren't even going to try and get that ball. So that talks a little bit about his character and his grit and what he's about. So you put that in a quarterback, and I think you've got a chance to be pretty successful. He's highly disciplined. Kids follow him. Other players follow him, respect him. Does everything right. So he's going to be great for that role. And then Caleb's just an old school football player, you know. I mean, I think you give him a steak and a football, he's probably pretty happy. You know, he just likes contact, embraces contact. So he's going to have a great year for us. I think he had 500 or 600 yards last year. Could have had a lot more. We had 3 kids rush for 1,000 yards last year. There's only 1 ball, you know. So he'll do a good job with all that. Hard to tackle, physical linebacker type kid. So they're both guys that we're going to depend heavily on, not just on the field but off the field, in the locker room, and kind of maintaining who we are. And they'll do a great job with that.
All right, we can go ahead and send them over. And Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, Xander and Caleb, thank you for coming down here and talking to us today.
Absolutely.
I'll start with you, Xander. Tell me a little bit about what it's like playing for Coach Kremer.
I love playing Coach Kremer. I mean, I've been around him I started football in 9th grade, so been around him 4 years, I guess. I don't know. I'd be a lot different person right now if I didn't ever meet Coach Kremer in the first place. Heck of a football coach. I mean, I just love to be around him, and a lot of the guys do as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb, I know that you've only played for him in senior high for a year, but tell me a little bit about what your experience has been like playing for him.
I mean, he's a great coach, obviously, with coming to, when it comes to football and building character. He's a great man, helps you build character on and off the field. And, real good football coach, helps you out a lot. So.
Xander, tell me a little bit about your offense this year. I know Coach Kremer just talked about how knowledgeable you are of the offense and how well you understand the game of football. So just talk to us a little bit about what the offense is going to look like this year. Obviously, it's going to look a little bit different. Your skill set's a little bit different than Jaron Thomas. So
For sure.
Just tell me a little bit about what that's going to look like.
So, I mean, we were very run-heavy last year. I mean, as the numbers show, three runners over 1,000 yards, and this guy had 600. That's a lot of rushing yards. I mean, I don't really know how many passing yards we had, but it's going to be a little different this year, I'd say. With me, I mean, Jaron could just make a play. I mean, he was a playmaker. He could run. He could throw. He could throw it a mile. I mean, I'm a little different than that. I can't throw it quite as far as he can, but I would say in the area of being able to make a read and make decisions, my skill set, that's where my skill set is at. So, I mean, just scanning the defense, like that's Coach Kremer will say that's what I'm going to do this year, and we'll see how productive we are, you know?
Yeah. Caleb, just tell me a little bit about how you see your role on the team this year. You know, Coach Kremer said he thought you could have had even bigger numbers than you did last year, but 3 rushers over 1,000 yards, and you didn't do too bad with 600 yourself. So tell me a little bit about how you see your role increasing on the team this season.
I mean, I got some pretty big shoes to fill behind DeMarcus and Aaron. They were 2 really good running backs, and my skill set's a little bit different. They were faster, could get up and down real fast. I'm not that way. I'm pretty not as fast, but I see my role as more of I think we're going to be passing a little bit. Got a real good quarterback, got good receivers, but whenever we do run, I'm going to have to, get those tough 5-6 yards carries. So that's what I see it as.
Talk to me a little bit about what the expectation is like and what you would consider a successful year this year for your team. Obviously, coming off a state championship, that probably changes things compared to where it has been. You guys have been on. You've been. I know Xander's been there. You were there for a little bit beforehand. You guys have seen what it's like for the program to not win many games, and then you've seen what it's like at the peak. And so,
sure.
Tell me a little bit about what the expectation is this season.
Well, I mean, as you know, Carson, playing in the system, I mean, we're going to come out there and every game's the same for us. We're going to go play, whoever beat them, it's going to be the same as if we go out there and we lose on a Friday night. We're going to play it the exact same way. And, I mean, I guess, we're going to go out there and see how the cards fall with every team we play. And we don't have an expectation, I'd say, of what a record looks like, but we're going to go out there and, we'll have a shot every Friday night. Just see where the cards fall. Yep.
I mean, just like he said, I agree with that. Just go play every game the same way, play to the best of our abilities, do what we can. So
I'll ask y'all one last question, then I'll let y'all go because we got a lot of we got Mayflower waiting on us out there. So are there any games on the schedule this season that you guys are really looking forward to playing?
I mean, like I just said, we don't really have a game circled. We're going to go out there, I mean, every Friday play as hard as we can. There's a few games every year that are always pretty high energy, as they are. It's high school football. But, yeah, I mean, we're just going to go play, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to all of them. Mostly the first one, kicking off the
same.
season.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, well, good to have you guys with us today. Really enjoyed talking to you guys and Coach Kremer, as always.
Yep.
We're going to go to a commercial break.